So it's time for another phonics lesson. This time we're going to talk about letters that don't make any sound at all. Wait a minute. I thought every letter had a job and it was supposed to make a sound. Every letter does make a sound, but sometimes they follow different rules. They get to act silly, I guess. So, our rule for this time is that some letters at the beginning of words are silent, depending on who their partner is. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we have that happen sometimes in our classroom, right? Sometimes when you're with your friends, you talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. And when I ask you a question, you get a little shy, so you stop talking. Yeah. The same thing happens with some of our letters. Some of the letters that stop talking at the beginning of words are the letter G. And I know this might be a little hard to see because I wrote my beginning letters in a gray marker. I wrote them in a gray marker so we remember that they're hard to see, they're hard to hear, or impossible to hear in this case. But I want you to know it's there when we actually spell the word. So we have three letters that act like that. And I'm going to move my camera a little closer so you can see it good. We've got three letters for this. Letter G sometimes is quiet. Letter K sometimes is quiet. And the other letter that sometimes gets really bashful and doesn't talk is our letter W. Now, it's dependent upon what letter they're with. Who their partner is makes a difference because if I say the word when, I hear the W, but the partner is H. But when I make W be a partner with letter R, all of a sudden W gets quiet. R. Bullies are some of our vowels, are A, E, I, O, and U. It also pushes around our letter W and makes W act bashful and silent. So we're going to go ahead and begin with the words. So W are some examples of WR words where the W is quiet and lets the R do all of the talking. R, wren. A wren is a teeny tiny little bird. We don't hear the W. In fact, on the screen, you may not even be able to see it because it's in gray. So what we're going to hear is the n. But don't forget, it has a W at the beginning. Our other silent W word is a word that you know well. We see this word all the time on our schoolwork. Right. Again, that W is very hard to see. Just like we can't hear it and we can't hardly see it. WRITE, right, as in write your name or write a sentence. We don't hear the W. I. In fact, I only hear 3 sounds out of 5 letters. Okay. The letter K is sometimes quiet. What could make K act bashful? The letter N and says, shh. I'm going to say, 2 of our words where the letter K is quiet because the N is too busy talking are knit, K-N-I-T. Like when we take 2 needles and some yarn and we put them together and it makes something like a sweater or a scarf, or sometimes people use them to make dresses. Lots of different things can be knit, hats or mittens, but knit. We don't hear the k, it's just it. Another one, you guys know this word very well because every time we try and tie your shoes, they might have a knot. Do we ever call it a knot? It's Knot, but our first sound is not. And the last one, oh, look, it's that letter N again. Letter N also tells the letter G. Shh, my turn. N's a little spicy tamale, I think. We have 2 words in our list this week that are letter N telling the G to be quiet. The first one is gnaw, like to chew on something. Notice how the G is in gray because it's hard to see because we cannot hear it. The sounds that we hear are n, ah, like we learned last week. 2 sounds for 4 letters. Gnaw, like to chew something. And our last word for the week is gnat. Oh, I think you guys might know what these are. These are little flying bugs. Sometimes they bite us. Not mosquitoes. They're smaller than a mosquito. We can't hardly hear the G because it's, oh yeah, there's that N again, telling the G. Shh, shh, n, a, t, gnat. Like a tiny little bug. I have videos on the choice board for you. The GN one has examples of Geraldine the giraffe is back again with some letter G words that are silent. Oh no, that one is a cartoon. Sorry, the letter G one is a cartoon. And I had Geraldine back for some more silent K with the letter N and the W that's silent with the letter R. So I hope you enjoy the Geraldine videos. I think that Geraldine the giraffe is kind of silly. I hope you enjoy these videos and that they help you learn your 3 silent sound partners. Have a good afternoon.